Oh guys, today we're reviewing Full Metal Jacket. So this movie is a pretty great movie. So it's basically about the Vietnam War. And the first 40 minutes of the movie is basically about the army sergeant teaching him how to do all this thing. I'm not gonna spoil actually this part. That scene is a spoiler of what happened. So yep, I'm not gonna try to spoil any of the movie for. I want to see this movie actually made money at the box office, but this is a old movie, and basically this guy that's the army sergeant was. I think a lot of memes come from this guy. A lot of memes come from him, so we gotta credit him for a ton of memes, a ton of classic memes. Yeah, how much money did it make? $120 million. Yeah, and I can see if the director. Oh yeah. Oh, he died before I was born. The guy who made that movie. But this movie was pretty great. It was made for, of course, the age of CGI. Is it the greatest? One of the greatest? It is definitely one of the best war movies of all time. Compared to movies like Dunkirk, 1917, and others. You might think, oh, but does for comparing this to a bad movie like G.I. Jane, they spent 40 minutes with the army sergeant training all the guys. So, but then the other part of the movie is the actual war, and that those scenes are all pretty brilliant because again, it doesn't they didn't really start into war until the war for until an hour and 10 minutes around when the actual first fighting action scenes start. And again, the last like 20 minutes are like the war action scenes where they win in the battle in this movie, but this movie is more notable for the great army sergeant, and it's just great acting from who's the guy? We Ali Emery. It's just great acting from him. Basically, there great acting from this guy. Essentially, he plays this mean, tough army sergeant that basically treats everybody the same. He basically calls everybody mad, worthless maggots, kind of like Mr. Popo from Dragon Ball Z until they graduate. And there's also this guy that doesn't really do too well. Yeah, it's this guy here. This guy that goes crazy at the end of the army sergeant scene. I'm not gonna spoil the rest of that scene, but one of the characters is called Joker. One of them is going with Pio as they do a rigorous of basics training, and basically most of the guys graduate, and you know, they become actual people in the war. And it's funny how one of the guys that's complaining how there was no conflict and no action in the movie basically symbolized like, well, is it like this movie's about war, and it's like, oh, there hasn't been much action recently and blah 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 stuff like that. And yeah, this movie is just pretty great, and it's pretty fun movie to watch. And there are some some more disturbing scenes in the movie, but again, it's still far and few between when compared to other movies. So give this movie a perfect score. It has it has the 40 minutes of scene, just the army sergeant guy is pretty funny, you know, and the war scenes are pretty good as well. So that's basically about this movie. Goodbye.